What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the podcast. Yeah, we're doing another solo one. I actually enjoyed the last solo one. It wasn't so much of a filler episode. We actually talked about a lot of interesting things. And today we have a few topics I want to talk about. But do not worry. When I have the time, I'm going to be planning some public ones. I want to go back to colleges. I want to go out in public and so forth. The only reason I haven't is weather. How busy I am, because your boy has 3 YouTube videos lined up for his main channel that I will be releasing, and I'm going to be starting to do 2 videos a week. Sorry, a day. Jesus Christ. 2 videos a week minimum on the main channel, because I got a capture card. I'm going to make things faster. I can actually do react videos and things like that. But with that being said, I hope you guys will enjoy this podcast. We're going to be talking about a lot of things like the UFC recent card, like Usman versus Volkanovski. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Usman, Volkanovski. God, I can't pronounce those other 2 guys' names. We're going to be talking about the SSsniperwolf situation. If you guys are into any YouTube lore, you guys will know about that one. We're going to talk about some horror movies, because we're going to get into the spirit of Halloween. And we're going to talk about my HOAs. So first, this most recent UFC card. Let me see if I can pronounce their freaking names right. So Islam Makhachev beat Alexander Volkanovski in the main card event. And the crazy thing about this event was it was going to be not canceled, but postponed, because Charles Oliveira, the main card fighter, was supposed to fight Islam Makhachev for the title, but he got hurt pretty freaking bad on his face. It was like a 14-day notice or something, like 10-day notice. This was something crazy. Volkanovski stepped up, and this was their second fight. And although the first one was very competitive and it was debatable on who won, that boy got schlepped, bro. And I don't know if I don't know why he shout out to him for keeping the card going, but it was a risky play, because you're fighting at a higher weight class. You're not as prepared for this camp because you just got a 12-day notice on someone who you were really close in fighting and actually technically lost to. So I don't know, man. He got slept, bro. But shout out to Islam. I genuinely think that dude he's one of them pound for pound. If I'm gonna say he's probably number 1 or 2. John Jones has got to be up there too. And then the co-main event, or one right before the middleweight title, of Kamaru Usman. Oh wait, no, it wasn't the title. This one is going to be whoever wins gets the title match against what's his name, who just beat fucking Izzy. Funny ass dude. I fucking forgot his name. Anyways, Khamzat Chimaev. I'm so bad at these. Won. And it was closer, but he won unanimously. But what I will say about this event is, thank God they got it to go through. Hopefully, you don't want to see events get canceled or anything like that just because of injury. It's really unfortunate. They invest so much money in this or so forth. But their message when they won, these 2 Islamic Muslim UFC fighters, was just so endearing. I mean, and I liked that they just called for peace. If you guys never seen it, you guys should totally watch it. Their post-fight interview was just essentially talking about the peace amongst everyone. And I thought that people were, and here's the thing. So this reminds me. So before I get onto this tangent, let me tell you about what they said. They said a lot of things about the Hamas and Islamic things. But what Islam and Khamzat, fuck, I'm so bad at this, did really well was they talked unbiasedly and was for all sides. And I appreciate that. I was at the bar recently. This last Saturday, I was at Cohill. And I was talking to one of my friends who is from the Middle East area, and he was telling me or educating me on at least his perspective on the whole Hamas and the Israeli conflict. And he was saying that Hamas is essentially freedom fighters. The only thing that I'll say about that is it's tough. And I genuinely don't know, unless you're there all the time, to really know who. It's what's fucked? Little kids dying, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. I literally know nothing about the conflict beyond just what I hear And then can you even trust the news these days? I don't even fucking know, bro. Especially because US is always on Israeli side, so it's hard to hear the other side. But on more pressing news, not actually, but on more pop culture news, we got SSniperwolf. If you guys don't know who this person is, let me pull up a picture of her. And again, I'm going to do this the lazy way. I'm just going to show you guys on here. SSniperwolf. I love that she's trending right now. She's trending so fucking hard. That's awesome. So this is her. Very pretty gal, of course. Don't mind my shattered phone. That's why I'm using this as a backup. But if you guys don't know her, she's a huge YouTuber, TikToker, and content creator that is big in reaction videos. She's gotten under scrutiny because a lot of her reaction videos are just her literally watching a smaller creator's content that could actually be creative or and so forth. And she just going like, that's crazy. Like shit like that. Like there's no actual meat to it. But because she has so much followers, YouTube absolutely loves her. And she has gone under fire for this whole Jacksfilms situation. Before we say this, I just want to tell you guys how I even know who she is, because I really am not on that side of YouTube at all. Like I usually just watch like Cody Co and Moist Critical and things like that. But I know her because my niece watches her, which is crazy because when she's watching this video, I'm like, there's a 28, 27-year-old, or I mean, I guess she's like 30 now, go just reacting to videos, and it's definitely tailored for kids. You can just tell by the style of the video. Anyways, so what happened is there's another YouTuber called Jacksfilms. I don't know. I'm not super familiar with him. I know he's an OG on YouTube, but Jax has just pretty much made fun of her for doing shitty reaction videos, which is completely fine because she's doing kind of the same thing, just reacting. So he's reacting to her reacting, essentially, and kind of roasting her in the process. And that's what we all do, right? It's social media. But Sniperwolf did the unwritten rule. She broke the unwritten rule of YouTube and social media, and that is bringing things into real life. You're not supposed to take any of these internet drama to the real world, because that's fucked up and it can be illegal or borderline illegal. And what she did was, I think, illegal, but I'm not sure. She doxed him. She went on our Instagram story, I believe, and went to his house at night, like 2 or 3 a.m. Or I don't know the exact time, but I know it was at night, and put on her story saying, hey, should I talk to Jacksfilms? And put his house, and I believe his address, on her story. And she has millions and millions of followers who are devout to her and know about this Jacksfilms history, most likely. So they all probably hate him. And now this dude and his wife has to fear for his life. And the craziest thing about all this is YouTube's reaction to this. And this is the reason why I'm even talking about this, because even though I think I get like 100, 200 listeners per episode across all platforms, it's still good to raise awareness on something that should be done like right, because you can't just, no matter how hard you're beefing with someone, you should never put their information publicly, because that's how motherfuckers get killed, bro. Like, I don't want anyone knowing where I live, unless you're a homie of mine, or like that knows me IRL, in real life. I don't want you to know where I live. She has 34 million subs. And how much does Jacksfilms have? Because the reason I do this is because you can see, okay, Jax only has 5 million. So YouTube had to react to this because of the amount of scrutiny that YouTube and Sniperwolf was getting over this whole doxing situation. And by the way, if you guys don't know what doxing is just a term of like Doxing is just a term of releasing someone's private information publicly, like their address or their phone number, things like that, to where they can essentially get harassed and things like that. Doxing is not good and can be illegal depending on where you are. But YouTube released a statement along with this has been going on for a week now, by the way. They finally released a statement pretty much saying her channel is not going to be monetized for a month, like a small penalty, right? And she had to release a statement apologizing. However, she released it on Twitter, her smallest platform, which no one uses. I'm still calling it Twitter, by the way. Like, it's X now. No one even fucking uses that shit. And on top of her releasing it on that platform, she's not sorry. You can tell by the apology. Let me actually find it so I can read it to you guys. And on top of that, not only is her being not fucking sorry, like, it's just, you can tell by the way that she talked about the situation, or even the way that she talks about many things. And I have only really watched her because of this situation. She's the type of girl that has gotten away with most things because she's pretty. Like, I'm not gonna, this is all, not allegations, but assumptions, okay? And obviously it's not good to make assumptions, but I'm gonna do it anyways because I don't give a fuck. So she seems like the type of girl that, you know what? She seems like the type of girl that did that oyster thing on TikTok that's really trending right now. The girl who ordered 48 oysters on a date and that she didn't want to go on and was assuming that the guy was going to pay, but the guy walked out on her. She seems like that type of girl. She's the worst. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad YouTube did something about it, but demonetizing her for a month is literally like so minuscule. Imagine, okay, so she's got to make a preposterous amount of money, like 20 million a year off of ad rev, right? Because she's at those numbers. That's ridiculous. And then you eliminate 1 month of that. Yeah, that's bad. But it's similar to that dude, who's that Miami, I think it's the Miami Dolphins player that didn't wear socks or something and got fined like $50K or like $100K or something for not wearing socks while playing football. It's like that. It's like they make such a preposterous amount of money that doing something like that isn't even that bad, because you got to think she's making revenue from brand deals. She's getting revenue from all her other platforms. And yeah, so she's still constantly making money. And I don't know if this is going to change. But yeah, anyways, yeah, this sniper situation is interesting. I'm curious to see how much of YouTube's favoritism will play, because brand deals are going to drop her because she did something pretty illegal and frowned upon in the community. But yeah, it almost shows you at what line, publicly wise, will people not support you anymore. Because she did lose 100K subs, but 100K subs to 40 million is nothing. So unless you're, okay, let's make a list of things that you can do as a celebrity or YouTube influencer or someone massive that can cause you to really have a downfall. So pedophilia, like with the EDP situation, if you guys don't know that situation is crazy. Highly recommend you guys check that shit out, because that story is wild. So pedophilia, that's an automatic no-no. Any, not accused, but confirmed, like essay with the R word especially, but essay in general, you should be canceled. And in my opinion, but you don't, here's the thing. You don't get canceled for scamming people, especially your fans, which is crazy. So I guess that's where the line is drawn. Scamming and doxing. If you scam and dox someone, you can get like a small slap on the wrist, but it won't be as bad. So that's where we draw the line, I guess. It's a weird world we're living in, guys. I went on a date recently, and I talked to the person about the effects of social media, because we were talking, I know, weird date thing. We met, I'm not social media, sorry, the effects of dating apps. This is off topic, but we met on a dating app, but we were talking about dating overall, and we dove into dating apps, and I know this is a reoccurring topic on my podcast because I've already talked about this like once or twice, but I've already started to lean off of dating apps. And I've already noticed a tremendous difference in how impactful and how much more meaning I find in getting to know someone that I met in person. And even the ones that I met through dating apps, the conversations and things that you're focused on, it's almost like you're more there. You're more there because you're not so much thinking about what's next. And I don't know if that's just my brain or if that's everyone's, but I don't know. I feel like dating apps are such a double-ended sword because, yeah, it brings the benefit of accessibility, especially for someone busy like myself, but it fucks your brain up in an aspect of like, oh, what's next? What's next? What's next? It's literally TikTok. Like, I don't use TikTok for that same reason. I'll YouTube Reels is the exact same way. I will say probably the only one where I don't get as absorbed in personally is Instagram Reels, because I will get absorbed a little bit, but I get out of that pretty easy. YouTube Reels and TikToks will suck me in, and I notice it right away, and I'm like, nope, can't do that, or else I'm gonna lose 30 minutes of my day. But yeah, so that's the thing. Yeah, anyways, this week I'm releasing the New York food tour vlog. I'm really excited about that, guys. So the total content is going to be about like 30 or 40 minutes long, but it's going to be 3 different parts. So each video is going to be, I think it's like 12 to 15 minute long videos, and there's going to be 3 parts. I'm going to try to release it all within this week and next week. So please stay tuned for that. On my main channel, it's going to be Loon K Dough, or if you want the exact tag, Loon K Dough Food, but you just put LOONKDO on YouTube and you'll see me. And I'm going to make a huge YouTube comeback. I fucking like mark my freaking words, guys. I'm not, besides my normal career of the nail salon businesses and things like that, I'm really honing in on getting my life together with fitness and YouTube. Like that's going to be the push. And I barely slept these past 3 days, so I look like shit. I feel like shit. But even when I feel like shit, I am determined about those 2 things. I want to get my body a little bit better. It doesn't have to be perfect like it used to be. COVID days. It wasn't perfect, but it was COVID, man. I had no stress. I was just working the fuck out at my friends' home gyms. But yeah, besides that, dude, I'm gonna pump out content. I'm gonna be doing reaction videos. I'm still gonna be vlogging. Don't worry, I'm still gonna do food tours. I really want to get on top of that shit. I want to talk about YouTube drama, literally anything and everything, because I don't know about other people, but there is something in me since middle school that has always drawn me to YouTube, and I don't care for how much success I will ever get in YouTube. I just know I was put on this planet to make fucking content and do other shit too, but make content, because I've always been doing it. Like, I've done it since middle school, and I really like doing it. I just hate editing. I love making the content. I just wish I could. My goal is to get to a point where I can hire an editor. That'd be amazing. They could just get a cut of my stuff. Anyways, let's get into the spirit of Halloween. Halloween. I want to think of I wanted to look up the top top horror movies of all time. Okay, here we go. I want to see how many of these I haven't seen, because I'm such a dude. It's weird. It's like I've seen so many movies, but it's just never enough. There's just too many movies out there. All right. Oh god, this is 200 on Rotten Tomatoes. How valid is this? Like, Rotten Tomato, I feel like is somewhat. All right, let's start from the top. Let's see what's number 1, because there's no way we're gonna go 200 horror movies. Also, hot take: thriller movies are better than horror movies, but horror movies are still great. But thrillers get me more because they're more realistic, in my opinion. But that's just, my opinion. Number 1 movie on Rotten Tomatoes, at least this document or this fucking article of top 200 is Psycho. I have not seen it. I don't know if it will hold up for me to watch it nowadays. I know all about it. I know about the lore. I know about the shower scene. It's iconic, but 1960s, I don't know if that movie will hold up. Get Out is number 2 by Jordan Peele. Get Out. Get out of here. No fucking way. Get Out. Get Out. That is a great movie. Would I put that number 2? No, but would I put that top 10 horror movies? Maybe. Lower top 10 probably. But that okay, that makes sense. That is a good movie. I'll say out of Jordan Peele's movies, that is my favorite one. And that is the most, in my opinion, unanimously liked. Or not opinion, but in my observation, unanimously liked Jordan Peele movie. So it did define the genre during a time of staleness in the horror movie genre. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari? Never heard of this, and it looks really freaking old. 1919? Jesus fucking Christ, what is this? Was this in black and white? The fuck? Okay, anyways. Us is number 4? I heard mixed reviews about Us. That's another Jordan Peele movie. Sorry, I'm not picking my nose.
I'm scratching it, but I guess you can say I am. Yeah, I'm picking my nose. It still fucking itches. Anyways, so this is a sophomore movie. I've never seen Us. I don't have any desire to. I want to, maybe, actually, because I want to see why there's so many mixed reviews. I've heard friends say, it was all right. And others say, oh, Alien. Alien is a good movie, 1979. I could see how Alien is in the top because during its time, it was a genre-defining movie, and it was like, it changed the game when it came to sci-fi, like sci-fi horror. So Alien makes sense. King Kong, 1933. I never saw the original King Kong, but I do remember my friend Tom had one of the King Kongs, like, not the 90s. It was like early 2000s King Kong movies. And this motherfucker put it in the VCR. I don't know if it was DVD or VCR. You guys don't even know what the VCR is, but put it in the fucking thing every day, bro. We watched King Kong at least like 3 times a week, bro. Shout out Tom. Nosferatu? I don't know. That looks like Dracula, but I don't really know. What is this about? This is number 7? 1922. Yeah, this is old. In this highly influential silent horror film. Oh, God, it's a silent horror film. There's no fucking way I'm watching this shit. The mysterious Count Orlok summons Thomas Hutter. Okay, so it's vampire shit. Number 8 is The Night of the Hunters. Here's my problem. There's not enough amazing, critically acclaimed, newer horror/thriller movies, with the exception of Jordan Peele and A24 movies. Those are the only 2 like categories of movies that I've noticed that has made it to the top. Because if you were talking like, what is it, The Nun, like that whole series, like there might be like 1 or 2 that were good, but like overall they're pretty fucking mid, bro. I don't know. At least in my opinion, I've only seen like 4 of them, so can't even talk too much shit. All right, let's see what else is on the list. Number 9 is The Invisible Man. Never seen it. 2020. Oh, that's recent. As I just said that whole thing, I should watch that. What's the synopsis? After staging his, the girl from Mad Men, Peggy, is in this. Whatever, Olivia. I don't remember her name. What's the synopsis? I want to read this. After staging his own suicide, a crazed scientist uses his power to become invisible to stalk and terrorize his ex-girlfriend. Hold up. Uses his power. Yo, this is a crazy thriller right here. When the police refuse to believe her story, she decides to take matter into her own hands and fight back. So this dude starts stalking his ex with fucking invisibility powers. And he stages his own suicide. That's fucking fire. How have I never heard of this? Okay, this is number 9. I'm going to watch this. This might be my horror movie this year for the, whatchamacallit, the whole Halloween. I wonder what you guys are going to be for Halloween, by the way. I'm going to be Kakashi from Naruto. So follow me on Instagram to see those pics. Loon Kato. Number 10, bottoming the top 10 is going to be A Quiet Place by John Krasinski. I know it's amazing. Couldn't get through it. I've tried watching it 2 or 3 times. And I don't know if it's because I was trying to watch it with girls and we just get distracted. LOL. Or genuinely, like, I feel like one time we actually, me and my ex sat down and tried to watch it, and it was just boring as shit. The beginning. It's not that it's boring, it's just too quiet. It's a quiet place, dude. It's just such a quiet place. All right, number 11 is The Bride of Frankenstein. Okay. Heard of it, never seen it. Old as fuck. Jaws. Okay. I have seen most of Jaws. I get why it's scary, but I think because Jaws was done so well, any shark movie now is always going to be shit. The Babadook is 13? No way. That's really high for The Babadook. It was a good movie, but I would not put it in my top 10. Nor would I put it even in my top, 20 horror movies. But okay. Yeah, Babadook. If you guys didn't know, Babadook's it's like some book, a children's book that, this dude like comes out of the children's book. The book's called The Babadook. I don't fucking know. I don't remember, but it was good. I remember certain scenes. I did watch that one. Frankenstein is number 14. The Lighthouse. We'll end it at 20. Oh, The Lighthouse. This is recent, 2019. It has fucking Robert Pattinson in this. What is this about? Two lighthouse keepers try to maintain their sanity while living in a remote and mysterious New England island. Okay. All right. Some crazy ass shit probably happens. That one I'm less into, but Invasion of the Bobby Snatchers is 16. That's an old ass movie. Vampire, but with a PYR. That's an old one. Okay, 17. 18, Hereditary. Interesting. Hereditary. Here's my take on Hereditary. It's an A24 movie. Great movie production company. Hereditary is amazing. It changed the genre at its time, except the ending could have been done better. Once they tied everything into the cult shit, I love cult shit. Don't get me wrong. I love me some shit that is in cults. But it could have been done better. It went so much for the obscure that it lost some of the horror effect at the end. Like leading up, I'm not gonna try to spoil it at all, but leading up, it was actually fucking scary. Like I remember watching this and I was like, yo, this is fucking spook magook, you know? But once it gets to the end, it was just more like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? I'm confused. Now a movie, let's see if it's on here. Okay, it's not coming up to the top 25 at least. But Midsummer by A24 is what I think Hereditary could have been. And in my opinion, Midsummer is arguably could be my favorite horror movie. It is the thrill of Hereditary with the minus a little bit of the horror aspect, but 20 times the thrill. Midsummer is great. Let the Right One In is 19, and It Follows is 20. It Follows was recent. What is this about? After carefree teenager Jay sleeps with her new boyfriend Hugh for the first time, she learns. What does she learn? I gotta press more. She learned. Oh, God, I hate Rotten Tomatoes website on your phone. Okay, what does she learn? After carefree teenager Jay sleeps with her new boyfriend. Hey, shout out Hugh. That's her boyfriend that slept with her, got laid. For the first time, she learns that she is the latest recipient of a fatal curse that is passed from victim to victim via sexual intercourse. Death, Jay learns, will creep. Oh, shit. So this thing follows people through sex. It's like a fucking killer chlamydia. Oh, the fucking audience score isn't as high, though. It's 66%. The tomato meter is really high, like critic score. Huh. So it might be mid. Dude, I almost was going to watch that until I found out that the audience score was kind of ass. They got me at sex. No, dude, that's fucking killer chlamydia, bro. And from someone who's had chlamydia twice. It's not fun. But I can't imagine it being deadly. That would be fucking sad. It's actually killer AIDS. It's more accurate, or HIV, whatever one is more dangerous. I don't remember anymore. Yeah, let me tell you guys. Okay, we'll end it on this note. Let me tell you guys about this HOA story of mine, bro. I fucking hate HOAs. Granted, my HOA isn't that crazy compared to some people's HOA, but I had my first negative HOA experience, and this has been over a year that I've lived here. And my HOA sent me a letter, was a first notice violation, right? In the letter, it says two things that I could be violating. There's stuff on the side of my house that looks like hardware, okay? And I'll explain to you guys the whole story in a second. And then that needs to be moved and out of sight. And my mailbox is slanted. Okay. First off, my house is at the fucking middle of nowhere corner cul-de-sac that no human being besides people who accidentally drove there and need to turn around sees my house. Okay? Why the fuck do I worry about what's on the side of my house? And it's the side, by the way, it's the side that no one sees because it's by the forest. There's no neighbors that side. I am the only one on that side. Who the fuck would see anything on that side that I leave out? And then I called them about that. And they elaborated that it was the thing that I ended up telling them it was my basketball hoop that fell during the storm. I was like, what can I do about that? And then the lady that I talked to, the second lady I talked to was really nice. And she was like, oh, don't worry about it. We're going to get rid of these violations for you. Okay, heard it. She got rid of the mailbox one too, because here's this fucking story, guys. 3 or 4 months ago, so almost a full year living here, they paved the whole cul-de-sac, which is primarily just my house because I'm kind of the only one on the cul-de-sac besides one other person because of the way that the cul-de-sac's laid out with the sound barrier. So they paved the whole road. Like, they took up the road, put new cement down, right? Whatever. It was annoying. It's annoying driving there. And for one day, we couldn't even park in the thing, which sucked because I have to charge my car because I drive an electric car. But whatever. It's all good. I didn't even care that much. Now, here's what I care about. My mailbox got hit by the fucking cementing squad, like truck. They hit it and it went from a normal penis to a curved to the left penis. So just curvature, just like mine, you know? It's like someone wanked with his left hand too much and then the penis slowly folds to the left. How do I know that's a thing? Because that's what happened to mine. But my mailbox is slanted now, and I fucking during the time I told the fucking cementing company, they were like, "Oh, you have to get with this. You have to get with the city because this person and that person and this person and that person." And I'm like, "Bruh, looky here, I am the captain." No, I'm just playing. I didn't know what the fuck to do. And I didn't even, it was not even that bad to me because I don't give a fuck about my mailbox. It's only that much. Who the fuck is going to see my house, first of all? And who the fuck cares about my mailbox? It's my mailbox. But here's the thing. When you live in an HOA, a homeowner association, they technically have the right to your fucking yard. They can tell you that your yard's grass is too high and you need to mow it. Like shit like that, bro. And they can fine you for that. It's so stupid. So when you buy a house, really weigh out the pros and cons of the HOA. So the one benefit I will say of having my HOA is that I am in a relatively safer neighborhood. Like, it has nothing to do with the HOA. It's just the actual neighborhood is safer. And it just sucks that there is an HOA. But I wonder what the statistic is on like HOA versus safety of house. I don't know. My neighborhood is pretty safe. Granted, it came with the HOA. And the HOA wasn't that expensive. I think I pay like $16 or $18 a month, which is expensive. But if you add it into my mortgage, it's like, it's almost like Sniperwolf getting suspended for a month. You know? It's like, That was a great callback, by the way. But if you guys listen to this podcast, I love and appreciate you. Here was another 30-minute episode. With that being said, I think I'm going to close it out here. Hope you guys have a great week. I am on 3 hours of sleep for the past like 2 days now, 3 hours in a row, averaging. Sucks. I'm really exhausted, so hopefully I do fall asleep and get a good night's sleep. Have a bunch of things this week I'm really excited for. And remember, main YouTube channel, Loon K Doe. We're going to release some New York food tours. Love you guys. Have a great week. See you guys next time.